sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Tonight, it's the
from the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle. Welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. Tonight, the second of two on this wild card Saturday. It's the Washington Commanders and the Seattle Seahawks. Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. We are set for a good one. And we are underway in the Pacific Northwest. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Look at this to start to begin this one. And he's very close to a first down. He's out after a pickup of 9. It's
second and inches at the 45-yard line.
Second and inches. He'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains.
A gain of 4 yards.
First down.
That's good.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had third and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Ready? Get up. Keep it on. Keep it rolling. Not much happening there. Just a short gain.
Tackle made right at midfield. 1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second and 9.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Chop 60, chop 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 79 Broncos. Take go.
He'll look to throw. This one down inside the 40-yard line.
First and 10.
His first catch in a wild card game. And good for a first down.
Ready, break. Let's go now.
Now Walker. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment.
Brings up second
Keeps
and
this to a
7.
modest gain at best.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 7. Now first carry here for Pete Mitchell. Really get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to third down.
It's a gain of 4.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's third down. Trying to run it with Walker. They stopped it behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass. So they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind. As long as you've made the decision already, you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake. And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Hurt. Tag. Pick up.
Finding room across midfield. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Commanders first
Terrific
down.
start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
42-yard line.
I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
On the double. Big Lion. That's what it is.
Stay on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a
42,
yard.
the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go now.
On play action, here's Jackson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
He's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20.
16 yards.
First grab of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the first down with that one.
Washington.
Liking and clean. Cowboy 80. Check. Hurt. Hurt. Steady.
As they try to run it here. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
At the 17-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Steady. Steady.
From the gun, Jackson. That is caught. Commander's going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
1st and goal.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
This opening drive, it has been a
Go
work
check.
of
Go
art.
check.
Now,
Looking like
to the finishing touches on it. It's 1st and goal.
So these might be the hobby runs. They're not big games. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Here goes down at the 4-yard line.
Well, it's clear they didn't have a lot of confidence in their ability to generate enough push inside. That's why they decided to attempt this run on the perimeter. But watch the speed and pursuit of this defense to string this ball out, and they're able to take them down for a loss.
Line of scrimmage to the 4. It's 3rd down and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Check out.
Hampton. And this defense standing tall in the red zone. They stop it for no gain. And now it's 4th and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 4th and goal.
The Commanders going to send out their field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Commanders will tie the game at 3 apiece.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense, settling for too many field goals.
Here we go. Sit up.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Brought down right at the line.
We are through 1 here on Wild Card Weekend. All even, 3 apiece the score. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment.
On the ready.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 70 rings. 70 rings. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Check go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and
18
long.
Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball. And it is 4th down.
J.K. Scott in
On 4th
formation.
down, here comes J.K. Scott to punt. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
16 yards on the game. And a quick first down
for a Commanders
from the 39. Here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the
Off the play fake.
39-yard line.
Jackson. Right back to Williams. They connect together. He'll move this ball way down into the red zone. Inside the 20-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Commanders are going to be looking at 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this has got to take advantage.
Here's a run. This defense backed up. But they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Ready?
A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Ready?
Here's Jackson. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one that they could be able to correct. Can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Unfortunately, Mike, over my career, I've been in this guy's shoes plenty of times, probably more than I wish to admit. You take your eyes off the ball. You think about becoming a runner before securing the catch, and when you do that, you end up watching the ball fall to the ground.
Check, man. Ready, ready.
On 3rd and goal, they'll wait for it. And he sparrows his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
The kick is good. Makes the score. Commanders 10. Seahawks 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready? 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
drive starts on the ground with Walker. Number 2 on this one before being taken down.
Tackle made at the 38.
Here's second down and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues.
First catch here with that one, and they're going to need to continue to build off this if they plan on leaving here today with a win.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. With Walker. And this tackle there, he pushes forward. It'll give him 4 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Once again, it's Walker. Looked like one of the Seahawks was in there and did keep the ball with Seattle. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Buffalo 18. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
Back to throw. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 50.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
First catch of the wild card game. And good for a 1st down.
Okay, break. Let's go now. Nice.
Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. His throw left side is complete. No chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's second and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And he's caught. And he'll take it out of there. Touchdown, Seattle.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This one is going to sail through the end zone.
Takes over
for a
1st and
touchdown.
10 at their own 35-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. Gets made right side. That's Johnson. And they bring him back to the 9-20 crosses midfield.
That's good.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and Just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Pioneer. Ready.
And the pistol, Jackson ready. Going left side. And it's taken in by Blue. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That's another.
Two plays, two nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18.
At the 31-yard line.
Pistol formation with Jackson.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. When you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield, it doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. First half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Mustang 19. Here we go.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. Get this complete.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hits to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Shut up! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
On the handoff, this is broken. And that'll be a pickup of 3. It is 2nd and 6.
Made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. As he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack. And it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down.
Ready? 70 Timberwolf, 79 Broncos, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, Panther 11, Panther 11, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Hunt.
He'll look to throw. In front.
Intended for number 88. Incomplete.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius, unable to connect.
Field goal.
Little letdown here for the tight end community.
He is 2 for 2. kick is good. And the Seahawks get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
It all comes back to the turnover, and that's why this is such a critical emphasis for all teams in these situations, Mike. So you're trying to steal some points before the half on offense, but now you end up giving the ball back to your opponent, giving them an opportunity to come away with some points of their own.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready! Hot 70, hot 70. Ready!
The shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll go right and find his running back. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
Cowboy 80.
Jackson now. He's across with it. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to decide it. Time for the third quarter of the NFC wildcard game.
Go, Reed, go! Ready?
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ready, ready!
They face 2nd down and 7.
Here we go. Ready, ready?
Now Jackson on the move. On the move.
It's 17 yards.
17 yards on that connection. First down, Washington.
1st and 10.
Nice play design here by the offensive coordinator. His ability to get the quarterback outside the pocket, take some stress off the protection. By the time he reaches the launch point, the receiver's running wide open downfield, and he puts the ball right on the money.
Here's 1st and 10.
Right!
Play action now. Jackson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. These two in rhythm. 12 more yards to the first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
To the 20. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game.
It's not often in the NFL that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Mustang 19, go! 19, come 19, come 19. Steady.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this out wide to Mitchell. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain
on the play. Brings up
Pre-snap,
second
the quarterback
and 10.
really liked this man matchup on his running back.
line.
He's thinking the speed of the back in the flat can run away from that defender. So give him a lot of credit. The speed and awareness to keep up with him and bring him down for no gain.
as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways.
And 10
We
yards
do know
to go.
it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here's a 3rd and 10.
Stephanie, Buffalo 18, Buffalo 80. Dragon 60. Seven Pirates, 79 Broncos. Ready, ready.
Play clock nearly expires as they set up to throw.
It's a game
He's got a
of 14
touchdown on the
yards.
books from earlier,
That's
and
good.
that gets him a 1st down.
Third downs, Mike, those are
1st and
quarterback
10 at the
downs. Those are the
50-yard
downs where you
line.
tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Get wide.
They'll run here with Walker. Modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
At the 48-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Viking 18.
Ready. Now, this looks like a design run. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard
It's a
line.
gain of 21 yards.
A gain there of
And the
21.
Seahawks
It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
It's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Ready, set.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Panther 11, Panther 11. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 18 Pioneer. Let's go.
Now they'll set up to throw. Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight ends. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
1st and
Give
10
him
at the
15
12-yard
more
line.
on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
Set. Cougar, Mustang 19. Chap 60, Chap 60. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete.
for number
Could not
80.
step into the
Incomplete.
throw that time.
Brings
It'll
up
bring
2nd
up
and
2nd
10.
down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups
Let's go.
like that.
Cowboy 80.
Going to set up
at the 6-yard line.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Go! Bravo 80! Third down, they go with Walker.
If you send your field goal unit out in the field, Mike, it gives you a chance to chip away at this deficit. I think I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going to one of my critical plays on my call sheet. Keep this drive alive. The hope is to come away with 6.
It's a turnover on downs.
On the ready. Hey, smash Broncos. Go.
Travis Scott on the ground. He's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Down at his own 6-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7.
Hey, get ready.
They'll stick with him again. And he's going to be brought down just shy of 20. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Commander's first down.
13 yards.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. And they build a lot of yards now in the second half and close this game out.
He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go. 6 the Eagles. 6.
So 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports.
Ready.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, here's Jackson. Catch is made, that is Williams. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 31 yards.
For a Commander's
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike. But listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays. Stay ahead of the chains.
Now a handoff, running right. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
At the 50-yard line.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take him down for a loss.
Viking 18.
Go to the draw play here on Saturday. And much more room to run on this one. Pick up 8, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
41.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He dives and for the first down. That's his second catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
First down.
You just love to see this effort, especially on third down. You understand you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and that's exactly what he does here, and it brings up the first set of downs.
Jackson out of the pistol. Into the hands of Johnson. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take it.
It is in the end zone. Touchdown, Commanders. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a two-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a two-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to draw yourself those
makes the score. Commanders 31, Seahawks 20.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready?
And Walker. And we'll take it up past the 40, up at the 5.
Taken down at the
From the 41. Here's second and 4.
Brings up second and 4.
Back to throw. Going up top. And he will score. He's on. Touchdown, Seattle. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Greg, they are picking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
And the Seahawks with another big moment. They'll try to add the two-point conversion here.
The Seahawks will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll run for it with Walker.
The two-point
And he will get into the end zone. The two-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. And that one is
Washington
through the
takes
back of the
over
end
first
zone.
and 10
It is a touchback.
at their own 35-yard line.
Go! 60 bucks.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll take these forward for about 3. It's second down.
At the 39-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Ready? Okay, hurt. Let's go. Ready?
To the ground. He'll get it again. Big open up the middle. And he will score again. Touchdown, Washington. Saving his best for the playoffs. His third touchdown of the game.
For the
Extra point try, fourth cut. The kick is good. And the Commanders will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Seahawks 28.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much of the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and less than a yard.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Waste of time.
And here we go, 4th and inches.
Let's go now.
They'll throw. It's Mitchell. And Mitchell's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
Hey, smash Broncos! Ready?
Trying the right side this time. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with a 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9.
Get it? Nothing, hop, dead.
Off the play fake, Jackson gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards.
They pick up 17 through the air. First down, Washington.
An interesting decision there by the play call to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. It's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
They'll drop to throw. Knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. But a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
Touchdown, Commanders. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. The extra point try forthcoming. He knocks it through. And the Commanders are going to extend their lead.
The score, Commanders 45, Seahawks 28.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And their drive will begin
The Seahawks
the
take over
30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll surface on the ground with Mitchell. And good blocking Mitchell front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll look to throw.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
18 reps, go!
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not really make some difference.
That's going to be intercepted. His offense is going to be all set up for a short field and a chance to extend that lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
60 Bison.
Down to a knee here. The defense throws a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they're going to use them. Second and 11.
Here we go. Set. Pep.
As they try to run it here. But he's not happy. Gonna lose a yard.
After that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
It's 4th down.
The Commanders going to send out their field goal unit. This one from 39 yards out. He is 2 for 2. And is good. And the Commanders